Hello, people, and welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime? Um,
Hi, folks.
this week we're continuing our voyage with the SOS Brigade and working out what the hell is it all about. To be honest, because
Yep.
even they don't know. Even they don't know.
No, they don't know. Well, we're about to find out some stuff. Over the next two episodes, really. So we'll just go with it. Straight into well, again, I should probably state we're watching this in the broadcast order, so it's all over the fucking shop in
Very
terms of what
much.
episodes you watch at what point. So until you got into season 2, when it becomes a bit more as intended. But yeah, we're watching this in a mental order that makes it more entertaining potentially to people listening or to us. We're not sure yet, but we'll get there.
We will.
So episode 3, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, part 2.
Yes. Let's continue on from what we were talking about last week, where they're forming the brigade. Because she comes up with the name. Yeah, she came up with the name last week.
Yes.
Which is SOS Brigade, which is something like bringing the joy to the world. There's something else.
Yeah. I like the fact that they didn't even bother to try and make it into something for English.
Yeah, when they came on
It's
the
just
screen,
like,
it's all Japanese,
yeah, it's just like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Who cares?
and we can call ourselves an organization. Well, because we're not large enough. So
Was
brigade's
that was
okay.
that what it was? I forgot that bit about the organization.
Yeah, they said it should be an SOS organization, but it can't be called an organization because we're not not large enough. I think Keelan should have
God,
spit down that one. Uh,
classic.
anyway, so basically, they formed this group and they got Yuki, the purple haired specky girl, who's quietly reading a book
Yep,
all the time and not
yep.
really part of the club, but is. She's part of the literature club, which kind of left the school. No one uses the rooms, hence they got a room. Uh, Miyuki,
Mikuru.
Mikuru, Mikuru. The red-haired girl in the picture. Um,
Yep.
she kind of got roped into it because she was spacing out somewhere in school and got pulled in, and then sexually assaulted. And she locks the door.
By
She locks the door well in that.
She does. That's right. It gets very dark very fast.
It goes way south so many things.
Yeah, it goes day to night in a split second.
Yeah, yeah. And you got Keon who kind of invariably gets roped in because he's technically gave the idea to um Haru in class, and it's like,
Yep.
yeah, you're doing this, and you're doing all the legwork, essentially. And now she's
So this episode, if this is, I'm pretty sure they all kind of bleed together a little bit, but this one is where they need to get the computer right.
yeah. This is the one where
Okay, right. This is
well,
wow. Okay,
well, you don't need to get a computer, but she's acquired a lot of stuff now, and she realizes that she needs a computer because the internet is something that she needs.
yes, yes, that's right.
And
So
Keon,
she says we should go and take a computer.
yeah,
I know where to get one very close.
Keon jokingly says, "You can't rob a computer store."
She's like, ha, 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 of course not. I know where to get one locally.
Yeah, closer, yeah.
And then we go and visit the computer club. In what I can only describe as quite a horrific scene.
Very horrific. It's not just horrific for everyone, even Mihara.
Mikuru, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Mikuru.
Don't
Even
worry.
Mikuru is very distressed about the whole thing. So essentially, she walks into the computer club and goes, "I want a computer. Give me a computer." And they were like, "No, we can't do that." She asks who's the president, and the president stands up and says, "No, we can't do that," type thing. And then she's like, "Oh, really?" And then grabs the president's hand and then forcefully presses it onto
Mikuru.
Rikuru's breast, and then quickly removes her hands and takes a picture.
It's it's real bad. I like that she goes like full on Star Trek and's like, who's in charge here?
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just it's the fact that everyone is shocked. Like not even just the people in the club and the guy and of course Mikuru, but even the rest. Like even Kyon is not great on this.
No, no.
And
Uh,
she's like, yeah, so how about that computer? And he's like, what? No. It's like, well, it would be such a shame if like, these pictures were to get out of you touching her. What is happening?
well, that's
Like,
it.
what is happening?
It's classic blackmail. What was it? They called it something.
Extortion?
Extortion? I think it wasn't extortion, it was something else. It was like extortion, but it was something else. Anyway, maybe it was extortion. Anyway,
Either way, it's definitely not good because then it kind of it escalates after he's like, I don't know, I don't want to do this. And then she like pushes her on top of him or him on top of her.
he pushes him on top of her. Yeah,
Yeah, and then takes more photos.
yeah, and then he's like, "No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me." And you can't. And it's like, "Oh, who's going to believe you? I got these
Well, we
pictures."
have we have witnesses. We have witnesses that is like, yeah, but you could lie.
Yeah, your friends. That type of thing. And he's like,
It it's it's really awful.
and then so the
This part.
president just like goes, "Yeah," and then gives in. Of the computer club, not the president of any country or anything like that. Anyway,
No, but they're literally surrounding him, telling him not to cry because he's being extorted for sexual harassment over a computer.
yes.
This is taking a turn for me. This is. I did not feel great about this part.
Oh, it's not
It
good.
was pretty gross.
It's not a good scene. Anyway, yeah. So he gives in, and then she asks like, "What's the best computer?" And he points to one, and then she whips out a sheet and goes, "Ha! According to the sheet I got from the computer store, this is not the best one. I think
That's
it's this one."
right. He's like, but that's the one we just got. It's like, that's the one. And just takes it.
Yeah. Oh well, he gets Keon to carry it.
Yes, that's right, of course. Why would she carry it herself?
Yeah. And you know he does, and then it continues in the sense that there's no internet network connection, and
There's no internet, there's no connectivity in the literature club at all.
yeah. So she gets the computer club to set up an Ethernet cable and give them
Yep.
admin access or something to the servers.
They basically make it so that they can get onto the school's intranet through there as well.
Yeah.
Like so again, extorting them for her needs.
Yep. Yep. And then tells Keon to build her a website, which he does. Keon?
Yes. Which he enjoys.
He actually enjoys,
He
admittedly,
does.
enjoys. Um, well, over that bit, he kind of like says to Mikuru?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shit, I got it right. I got it right, guys. Uh, that he'll protect her, blah, 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 and make sure this won't ever happen again.
He does
She,
say that.
yeah. Archie gets whipped out of class and stuck into a bunny costume because she's promoting the club.
Yep. She's made flyers.
Made flyers and needs bunny costumes. So,
Yeah. She paid for the premium ones as well.
all right. But she's
That's
not
why there's only two, and why Yuki doesn't have one.
yeah. Um, aye. And so she's w- goes to the front gate of the school and hands out these flyers.
Yeah, dressed in a bunny outfit. So, which is basically, I'm going to assume the bunny outfits from the first episode that we watched.
It's reused in the first episode, yeah, at least.
Yeah.
I think that's in the future.
Yep, in the future. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so while he's making the website, he talks to Yuki because she's sitting there reading, and he's like, I don't even know if she goes to class, type
Yep.
thing. And she hands him a book just at the end of the lunch period and says he should read this book. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Uh, and then he notes that Haruhi is not actually in, has been in the school for the afternoon. And this is when she appears with the costumes. And then
Yes.
gets Mikuru into the costume. Oh, should we also mention that Harry has no concept of modesty?
No, yeah, that's right. In the first episode, in the second episode for us, she just kind of gets changed in
Yeah,
front of everyone.
yeah, she just gets changed in class in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so Kyun has to exit the room very quickly as she starts stripping herself off and Mikuru at the same time.
yes, yeah. Anyway, so they're handing out flyers at the front gate, and the teachers get really upset with them. It's like,
It's
what the hell?
almost stop them immediately. Yeah, like
Yeah,
please, you cannot dress like that.
and she's arguing why hell not type thing. It's like Anyway,
Oh
so
dear.
I think she ends up with detention. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Mikuru is there crying and then states something in it, essentially stating that she has to do this because of being a time age. She's from the future.
Yes, and it's like, no, wait, we're not filming the whole movie anymore. Why are we still talking about time travelers?
Yeah, yeah. So she does that, and Keon goes, "What? Oh no,
Yep.
nothing."
No, never mind. I didn't say anything about time travelers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, uh, so that ends that day, and he set up the website. And next day, Mikuru doesn't appear at school.
Yep.
Obviously
She's off
distraught.
sick or just away. Yeah.
Yeah, distraught over what's happened. Um, because she was crying. Because she's a very shy girl and doesn't really like all this attention.
No,
We should probably put that as into a character. We probably should have said that last week.
we should have.
She's not. Yeah, she's not exactly wanting attention. Um, but she's getting forced into it by Harry. Um, so end of the day, I think Yuki comes up to goes, "Have you read that book yet?" And he
Oh
goes,
yeah.
"No, but can you? I'll read it tonight," type thing.
Yeah.
Then you see him going back to his house, see his sister, kid sister.
Yep.
Does she have the cat?
She does have the cat, actually, yes. Because I
Yeah,
think it's their cat.
yeah, might be their cat. And just to backpedal a bit, from the very first episode that we watched, episode 00, um, in it, there's a scene where the cat and Mikru's are doing laundry and stuff in the house, and it was all kind of weird, and they had a kid sister there,
Yep.
you know,
Because she now lives with them for some reason.
yeah. And it's like, wait, what? And then the cat's back with Yuki at the end of that episode. Good
Yeah.
community loops and drops stuff there. Anyway, go back to this episode 2 or
Three,
3, 2, part 2.
three part two, but episode 3.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so he reads the book, and then the bookmark falls out and goes, "Meet me here at 7." And he goes, "Oh shit." And he cycles there, and she goes, "You didn't wait here last night, well, did you? Because it's always been a day since he's read the
Yeah,
book."
and she's just like, yes.
Yeah. It's like, oh. And then they go to her apartment,
Yep,
which seems to be a swanky apartment.
it does. Very, very nice and very modern and empty.
Very empty. No one there. And then she explains
And of
why,
course,
because she's
yeah,
essentially uh, an autonomous alien. I was
that
probably
is
put.
the culminate. Yeah, she is the embodiment of a universal knowledge.
Yeah, database.
Yeah, and on top of that, Haru is an alien.
Uh, she's just not human, I think.
She says, I guess you could, if for you to understand, we are aliens.
Alright, okay. But Harry doesn't realize that?
I, well, I guess not. I
Yeah,
guess she doesn't.
it's kind of weird. So basically, it's stating that they're aliens, and I think is that how the episode ends?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been given an inordinate amount of tea to drink,
Oh yeah, that's
like
two
so
cups of
much
tea.
tea to drink,
I could drink that tea.
and he's gonna like die. No, I think the episode ends because then they go back into they're in the literature club or the SOS brigade club area, and Miruku's back and she's dressed in like a maid's uniform making tea now.
No, no, I thought that was
Or is that another
from.
one?
I thought that was next
Is that
episode.
episode 4? God damn it. Yeah, maybe it does just end there.
I think it does. That's the cliffhanger ending.
I was gonna say, you know what, you're right, because he doesn't speak to Haruhi again in that episode. So to go, holy shit, you're an alien.
Yeah. Um. I'm trying to remember. There's a point where he goes like, "Oh, everyone kind of like goes to this club type thing with no real reason. I go to this club all the time, but I don't really care for it as much type thing."
Yeah.
And then Maruk, oh god, I forgot her name.
Mikuru, you're good.
Mikuru.
You're good.
Yeah, Mikuru is
Power
also
through.
there. Yeah, Mikuru is also there, and like, oh, she keeps coming back too, but she doesn't need to be doing this either. Type thing.
But she might be a time traveler.
Maybe it might mean slipped that she's a time traveler too.
Maybe,
Possibly.
maybe in an episode we found out that maybe one of the characters is a time traveler. Maybe one of them is the living embodiment of a database created by the universe, and maybe one of them is an alien and doesn't know it.
Well, I think we've definitely found out Yuki is the embodiment of the universe,
Yeah.
and yeah. Anyway, so I think that's the end of that episode. That's basically what's happening. It's slowly forming a resemblance of why it's all fucked up and insane. Not to mention that we're watching it
Yes.
a bit out of chronological order.
In a fucked up and insane order.
Yeah.
How do you rate this one?
I mean, the computer scene, it's just jaw dropping, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
It's like, well, I can't do that. That's all right. But I suppose it just strengthens her character as a psychopath.
She is
Uh,
a total lunatic.
yes, I don't know. Let's say a 5. Let's just bring it notch down.
I agree. I think it has continued to have its funny moments, and it has continued to be a curiosity. But yeah, that scene was a bit much for me. I did not did not enjoy that. It made me feel very uncomfortable. So,
As it should.
um,
Shouldn't.
well, it's like I think I could probably watch that if there were adults involved in that situation, but they're not. They're children, so it made it far worse.
Yeah.
Far worse.
Yeah.
So moving on to episode 4. This is gonna be so much fun. So we're now on episode 4, which is called "The Boredom of Haruhi Suzumiya," which has nothing to do with what we've just seen.
Hmm.
Uh, Now in this episode, she is in fact bored again
Hmm.
as part of the SOS brigade, and it's like, "Hey, fuck it, we should be in a baseball tournament."
Pretty much, she just bursts through the door and goes, we're going to enjoy a baseball tournament. And they're all like, what? No. Do you know how to play baseball? Well, actually, it's
And
just
of
Keon.
course,
That's just Keon.
yeah.
It's always the
But how
same.
many people? How many people do we need, and why? Why are we doing this? And he's like, well, I guess I know 2 people who could maybe help. I suppose, and then is it his younger sister as well gets dragged into it?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how she got dragged into it. Because what's this, the guy that was from the very first episode that we watched and hasn't
Oh,
actually appeared yet,
Itsuki.
Izui,
Itsuki.
Izuki. He goes, I might be able to get someone,
Yeah.
a mutual friend, or something like that, involved. And then Mikuru says that she has a friend that would help.
Oh yes, that's right. The
Who,
loud one.
yes, who's also in the first episode. In fact, first episode is so far in the future of this whole like season. It's introduced, it has all the characters that's been introduced by this episode, which is still not in the right order of how these characters get introduced to this. There,
I'm gonna find the order difference for this episode in particular, right? Um, where is it? So,
it's like episode 8, I think.
uh, where are we? It's episode 7
What's
is
this?
this, but we are watching it in episode 4. So, yep.
And the first one was
Oh, the first one was just the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya Part 1. It just goes 1 to 6, and then and then it goes to this one.
yeah,
We've
but
only we've only seen Part 1 and 2.
yeah. Well, it was on about the episode 00 Agent Mikuru.
Oh, that one. Oh,
So,
uh, that
it's-
one is legitimately interesting because we've literally watched. That's the first episode we've watched.
yeah,
But that is episode 25
yeah,
in the chronological order. So
yes.
wow.
That's why I think we're at. Anyway, yeah. So this is all surrounding on a baseball game, and
Yeah.
so after the initial of like, wait, what, and there seems to be playing a baseball, like a baseball game toy.
Yeah, they
On
are like one of those like like those little hockey games you used to get, the sort of like wiggle stick ones, the little miniature ones that was like that, but for baseball. I'd never seen a baseball one, to be honest. I'd seen American football, I've seen ice hockey, I've seen basketball, but never baseball.
baseball one I know of is because it's in Mario Party 10 on the Switch. If you go into Toad's house, and it's
Is
one of
it
the mini,
there?
it's in the mini game there. That's the baseball version
Huh.
they play there. It's
Did not know that.
kind of similar to that. It's kind of like a well,
A
quarter,
diamond.
quarter of a circle. Anyway, yeah. Um, yeah, so then she goes, so where is it? And she goes, oh, it's Sunday. And they're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like 2 days. It's the day after tomorrow. Why are you making me do this?
Very much. And where are we going to practice? Oh, we're just going to use that the baseball field here.
That's right. Of course, there are people playing on it already. She's like, so what if you just like, could you like get off the field for a bit?
Get lost, guys.
Yeah. And they're like, no, I don't really want to do that. But then they do it, and why did they do it?
Adolescence.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Uh,
And
Mikuru's,
that would Mikuru.
I don't know, she didn't grope her or anything in this one.
No, she's basically showing her off. I believe. So they
Yeah,
all kind of take a seat, and then Haruhi decides to like punish all of her friends by like mashing baseballs at them at high speed.
yeah, and is Izuki?
Itsuki, yeah.
Uh, he um he was quite good. He was able to catch them. Uh,
Mikuru was not good.
no, she just cowered. No,
She
stop
did.
it! And
She got tapped by a ball.
it left a mark.
It did, and then of course Kyun comes to the rescue and picks her up and just like takes her off the field.
Yeah, yeah. And then uh, Yuki stands there and just kind of like doesn't move, and all the balls kind of like whiz past her. And then when it comes right for her face, she catches.
Does she catch it or does she just stop it? I can't remember because like I get the feeling like because it's kind of going and she just is like one comes straight at her face and she just goes and then one goes at like her stomach and she's just like puts her hand in front of it. I can't, did she actually catch them though? I thought it was insult to injury and that she didn't even bother.
Possibly, yeah. And Harry is getting a bit miffed at them all and saying, "What the hell, guys?"
Yep.
And then she says, "All right, baseball team, you lot help me," and they do. They go and help her.
They go and play and she like punishes them by smashing balls at them for ages.
Yeah, and then throwing the pitching balls up too.
Yep.
And then
Pretty good.
yep, and then it comes the day of the tournament. Doesn't even seem to have like their extras do any practice or anything. They just come up and join, and she's like, and then was it Kion's kid sister is there, and she's like, "Oh, what you doing with her? Well, what's she doing here? What are you trying to do here?"
We're trying to win, damn it.
Yeah, it's like,
Seems pretty mad.
and then she goes, "Oh well, it'd be a good handicap."
That's right. It's like, wait, your kid sister's here? I guess it'll be all right to make it more difficult if she plays.
Yeah, don't want to make it too.
I also I love the fact that they're playing a professional, like a semi-professional team.
Yeah,
It's just absurd.
and
And then kind of the game gets underway, and they suck. Like, of course they can't they can't beat the team. Do they start off as they're batting, aren't they? Yeah, that's right. They start off batting.
and she smacks the ball. She gets a good hit. It gets one.
Yep, and then nobody
Second
else
base.
does.
Yeah, no one else does. And then their pitching is almost as bad. I think. And they had to choose numbers. Had some random number thing to choose the position they're batting and pitching field team.
Yeah, it made Kyun the cleanup hitter.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunate since he's not great.
No. No, it's only her. It was actually just until till later in the episode when
Yeah, because it's first to 10, isn't it?
yeah, or 90 minutes per game.
Yeah, and they go down like 9-0. It's like 7 runs and then 2 runs.
Yeah,
And then they go to the third inning. And it's like, well, she seems mad, like really angry. Uh, and then sort of the conversation with Yuki kind of kicks in, where she's like, things are bad, and she's not happy about this. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, why are we talking about this? How? Why? What does our mood have to do with anything? Like, why does that affect things? It's like, yeah, it could be like the end of the world if we don't, you know, do better.
yeah. I
It's
was
like, if you had known that this was a possible outcome, why didn't you try harder to get a team that might do well?
no, don't be stupid.
It's like,
Uh,
oh yeah, who you bringing? It's like, oh yeah, my younger sister. It's like, can she play baseball? No. Why is she there?
she
You're
can.
risking the end of the world.
Oh, Keon didn't know that.
No, I suppose not. But still, at the same time, we didn't know that either.
Oh, of course we didn't know that.
No, of course not. Of course not.
This is only episode four for
So
us.
yeah. So then
Yeah,
they have to try.
yeah. So that was actually Ichiku,
Itsuki.
Itsuki. See this man. All our names one day. Last episode, see them all perfectly.
Last episode.
Uh, Ichiku, yeah, he kind of like the cloud starts darkening. Yuki kind of looks up and goes, "Oh, some shit's happening." Ichiku gets a phone call, and Mikuru,
Yep.
she, they all kind of notice this because they're all kind of like know about this shit over Keon, who's like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah. What's happening?
And they tell Keon, oh, Ichiku tells Keon, it's like, yeah, she's unhappy, and Ender space or something is expanding. They, they
Yep.
they exclaim, and there's like a picture of a big fuzzy monster type thing appears, and then that's never really mentioned because all she's getting upset. Um, so then they all put effort into like doing winning, and Itsuki talks to Yuki. Yuki then goes and whispers some magic words to the bat. Then they all
Yep.
start hitting excellent shots. You can never miss.
Yep. All home runs from then on in.
Yeah, and don't quite slaughter the team
Yeah.
because the
But they win.
team was getting a bit upset. The part, and then so they go to field. They're like, "Oh, we can't let them hit." So Keon's pitching, and Yuki is the catcher. Is that the term?
She's the what the fuck is that position called with the big eh, backstop?
Maybe.
Sure.
Anyway, person behind the bats, and then she's whispering magic words to control the ball in all these random directions. In fact, there's like one which is literally going way off to the wrong side of the bar, and then she uses her magic words, and it like literally lands in her glove, and it goes right around the bat, and they're all like, "Yeah, strikes. That's all strikes. All legal." It's like what? Magic balls? Sure, all right. And then
But they win, which is what's important.
no, they run out of time. They don't win. They don't get timed runs.
No, but it's the highest score at the end of 90 minutes.
Yeah, for the first round, and it's the second round to come or something.
But they didn't get knocked out, so they're going to go to the next round.
Uh, no,
I thought
because
that's what it said.
I don't know what essentially happened, but if Ixie had to leave, he said, "Oh, my people are calling me. I gotta go and do some shit." Uh, so we should probably forfeit the match.
But I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it mentions that they go to the net. They're going to play in the next game.
No, no, yeah. We can't play the next game because what's his name left, and they had to forfeit. But she's
What?
happy. She was like, "Yeah, I'm happy about this type thing. It's cool."
How did I miss that?
I don't know.
Not only did I miss that, I made up a different way it happened. This is how alternative facts become a problem.
That's what happened. And
I just like the story better my way, apparently.
I mean, this is kind of the whole premise of this whole anime. Is like, oh, we'll just make life my way.
It's having a terrible impact on me already.
Oh, God, you're only 4 then you got another 24 to go.
Oh,
So yeah, so they go, all right, we had to forfeit, and the guys are like, the other players were like, oh, geez, thanks, guys, you're great, and the coach is like, and they asked for the bat that got
that's right.
magical powers on it, and so Keon sells him the bat. Well, he has to go and pay for lunch for some reason.
But it doesn't work. The magical bat.
Um, they don't use it. They just have it propped up at the stand next game.
See, I was confused about how that worked because I thought they were trying to use it and it wasn't working, and that's because he had given them the wrong bat as the magic one.
No, I think the bat was the one that was propped up that falls over at the end.
Oh no, I know that, but like I assumed that they didn't know that. I thought that they thought the other one was the magic one.
Maybe, I don't know. The enemy
I
paid
don't
money
know.
for the bat.
Again, I seem to have made up the majority of this episode in my mind. So
I mean, I just literally finished watching it.
I've apparently decided my own story on this one.
Yeah. So then that kind of ends, and then they're back at the club, and
Yep.
she bursts in the door and it says, "Hey guys, what one you want to do? Soccer, football, or American football?"
Or American soccer or American football. Everyone's like, no.
And which one requires less people?
Yeah.
She doesn't
That's
have
right.
she doesn't have a clue in any of that. Right. So, but
Oh man.
before that though, I think they had the conversation. It's like, so let this be a lesson to us: not let her get bored.
Yep.
And then,
Because apparently what happens is the world might slightly end.
yeah,
Maybe.
maybe. I mean, also during this episode, Keon asked Yuki if she could make it rain, and she says, "Yes, that's possible. It could happen, but it would have dire consequences to the world. Like it might end."
That's
And it's like, "Oh right,
yes.
when would that happen? Oh, about was it hundreds of 100,000 years or
She
something?"
says like 100 years from now, 10,000 years from now, 100,000 years from now. Can't be sure. He's like, hmm.
Pretty much, yeah. So he's just like,
Because that's
okay,
to try and get the game called off, isn't it?
yeah. And so
Yeah. That's a good exchange, actually. I did like that. I did
yeah,
like that. So, how do you rate this one?
this was a good episode. It's just out there going, what? Ah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this to a 7.
Okay. I'm I'm gonna stick with a 6.
Okay,
We're averaging out quite well right now, I think.
probably about the same. Had a 7,
Yeah,
a
not too
6,
bad.
a 5. He just had 6s, I think.
No, I had a 5. 5 for the last episode.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So slightly less than a 6 average, and you're on slightly less than a Or like maybe about 6.5.
Yes.
15, 20, 25. Yeah, like six and a quarter.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Aye, it's not too bad.
So that's us for this episode then. We're going to be back with another 2 episodes to discuss soon.
Yeah. Well,
Episodes 5 and 6. I'm very excited.
very excited. Good.
So if you are watching this right now on twitch.tv/couchfuel, please also know that there is a podcast of this. It can be found on anchor.fm. And similarly, if you're listening to this on podcast, please know that you can watch it on twitch.tv/couchfuel. Colin also plays video games on Couchfuel, streaming on Twitch on Mondays most often. But playing River City Girls at the moment, or that was what you played last. You haven't played for a little bit, but
Yeah.
hopefully there'll be some new stuff up by the time this goes up.
Yeah. I might put some more effort in playing on Monday.
But then again, there's also a heck of a back catalogue on YouTube that you can find for Couch Fuel as well. So, and obviously there's still some potential backlog on Twitch as well as clips, other bits and pieces. So please feel free to check those out. Also, we have a Facebook page where we post updates for when the next episodes are going to be, or the links to the latest episodes. Also, some anime memes and stupid stuff whenever we find the chance. And I think that is us.
Yeah. So these are. This is that. This is who's that? This has been who's that anime? That's a better way to end this.
Yeah. We got there.
Yeah. It's the Melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yep. Suzumiya. You got it.
Hey, Suzumiya. Funny enough, right? You take the last 4 letters of the last name, Suzu. That's what Prince Zuko is called in last Airbender, last Avatar. What was it?
Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, isn't that the movie?
I don't know. I've never watched any of them, so.
Yeah. Yeah. That show about the Avatar and the 4 elements and the fire.
that show about the not blue Avatar.
Not blue Avatar. No, it's the wind Avatar. This one. Anyway, sister calls his brother
Suzu.
Though I'm
Fair
pretty
enough.
sure it's meant to have a set of S at the start.
Suzu.
Fun pro tip of useful information.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
Other names are sometimes like other names.
Yes. Shocking.
So we will see you next time when we go over episodes 5 and 6 of Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. We'll see you next time.
Yes. Ciao for now.
Bye, folks.